building a hot rod from scratch. Well, the parts are starting to arrive.
Yeah, thanks to Ed.
Yeah.
And I think part of what is so cool about building this car is you don't actually have to start with a '69 Camaro. So this is a brand new body from Dynacore.
Dynacore does an amazing job with replicating the original car, and that's the best way to start for us.
Plus, we ordered it already with mini tubs in it.
Yes.
So now we don't have to take a original car, cut it up, fix the bad parts. So, you know, this car doesn't need to be numbers matching.
Yeah.
Because we're building a hot rod from scratch.
Yep, absolutely.
So eventually this thing will probably get an Arizona VIN tag attached to it because it has no numbers on it, but it looks absolutely identical to a '69 tub.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the nice thing that they were able to do was go ahead and smooth the firewall as well, so that we can utilize the vintage air that we've already got for this project to go in there without having to fill any of that stuff in the firewall.
It just made so much sense looking at what we had to fix on the other chassis, tub it, fix it, do all that. Let's just start with something from scratch, but also help educate everybody that you don't have to start with a car nowadays with a lot of these.
Well, it's great for us because we have such a large project. All the work that's already pre-done saves us a ton of time up front, so that even though we're gonna finish out our panels, we're gonna close all our gaps up, we're gonna add a lot of features to the car, this just gets us ahead.
Yeah, there's our rendering over there. So, you know, as we talked about, making custom air dam for the rear and spoiler for the front. So all the parts, we're gonna start mocking it together. We're waiting on the spindle, so we'll put an old subframe from the Fast and Furious car under it so we can piece it together, but the parts are pretty much all here. Time to start bolting it together.
Yeah, and the key for us is if we use the old subframe, obviously we don't want any of our welding materials or grinding materials getting on the new finished product in the subframe that we have. So get everything shaped up the way we want, get ready for body work, do the things we do. We're gonna probably make a homemade jig to hold the whole car as well so that we can paint it more accurately and the way we want. Once we're done with that, and then when we go to final assembly, we've got the subframe ready to go, complete. We're still waiting on a couple of pieces there, little things, but it's not holding us up because obviously we've got a ton of metal work to do.
Yeah, and Speed Tech, you know, delivered the parts for that, you know, along with GM Performance doing the LS3 connecting crews with the 6-speed transmission. So we've got a great power plant. We've got a great chassis to put underneath this brand new body. So there's a lot of great pieces that are going to go together on this thing and make a really cool car for us.
Now, did they have to do anything on the tunnel for that transmission, or is this a stock tunnel?
It's a stock tunnel.
Yeah. And I think looking at the transmission, I don't think we're having any kind of clearance issue with that. If we do, it'll be very minor, something we can change easy enough. But for us, it puts us a huge step forward, like we said, with the project. You've been working with these guys for a long time, getting all these pieces here for this car. So the main thing for us now is to get the ball rolling and get the project going.
Yeah, start mocking it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah. Gonna be a great
and
car.
And you two get to drive the car. Yeah. So ought to be nice. We'll get started. So we finally got our subframe from Speed Tech on the lift, got our control arms, coilovers, sway bar, steering on, and man, I'm getting really excited about this project, so stay tuned. So we finally got our Speed Tech subframe complete. We're ready to drop in our GM connecting crews. It's a big day for the project. If everything clears, we're in good shape.
All right, so you want to put this thing together?
Yeah, so we got our LS3 connecting crews, our T56 transmission from GM Performance. We've done the hard part. We've got them connected. The one thing you want to always be careful is the output shaft of the transmission. Get the gears aligned properly. Do not force it in with the bolts. If you do, you're either going to thread or pull the threads out in the block, or you're going to destroy the nose shaft in the transmission itself.
And the other note is make sure you get your cable for your reservoir on. Your bleeder is there, but if you don't get this connected and put together, it's going to be a pain to do it in the car.
Yeah, up in the tunnel, very difficult to work. So these are some things you can save some time, things we've learned the hard way, unfortunately. But now we're ready to put the bolts in this thing.
All good.
Okay, All good.
Now we know that it's good, we'll put our toe strap on
Strap
it
in the back.
because of the weight of the transmission. Half. What you want? Half? Oh, no, it's 2 different sizes, yeah, for those.
Yeah, what was the other one? It was quarter, right?
6.
6.
Dude, it is miserable in here right now.
Yeah, it's hot. Oh no, I think I got. You think that's your bolt?
Yep. That's the one. It's got a washer.
It
Give me my washer.
But I'll get you one.
There's always one bolt. That's the fight the whole way.
Beautiful. This is beautiful.
Maneuverability will go up quite a bit once you clear that sway bar. It's fine. We're gonna have to rethink that anyway once we have the weight in it.
What's that?
We can bring it all down at one unit at that point.
Yeah, I get that jack stand in the
Sit it
front.
lower
Should be
so
good.
This way, if we've got to address anything underneath, we can get to it.
Oh, for an aluminum motor, it's pretty heavy.
Come on in.
You got it.
Okay. All right, let me check center here. It's pretty close.
Are you decent there? Or?
Let's suck this up a little bit because that's gonna be a lot of weight sitting on
Yeah,
it.
let's do that.
I need a 9/6, or I'm sorry, half, 2 halves.
You know,
you
Jason.
gave me a 7/16. It's a half. You gave me a 7/16 socket. You were testing me. Your eyes are as bad
See what
as mine.
size that is.
We've had this idea for so long, and actually getting to see it come together is nice.
Yep. Thing is, they give you so many combinations, which is nice.
Yeah, I mean, it
Because
allows
most places you're never going to get that.
Yeah, because we've got even, see, and this is something, I'm gonna set it at the lowest setting right now because it looks happy there,
Yes.
but that's something we can
Well,
change
right now
as
we
well.
checked the degree of the motor. I mean, it looks like it's pretty well planed.
Yeah,
And if we come down that extra 3/4 of an inch,
yeah.
I
We
think
can
it'll
make
be
it up.
happy right where it's at. What is this car gonna have for rear end?
Well, it's got that Speed Tech setup in the rear with the connecting arm from the
It's a
front to
9-inch?
rear. Yeah,
9-inch.
yeah, yeah. Actually, excuse me, it's got a Dutchman.
Oh,
Dutchman 9-inch.
very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like it there?
Yep.
Motor mounts are still loose, which we know.
Yeah, but I think we will take the strap off the back and we won't take the chain off just yet. Just let it rest. And then we can tighten up all our mounts.
Yeah.
Because remember, this is also slotted.
You have your mounts that are slotted and that, so we can adjust this front to back. I think
to
what
back,
we
so-
do is before we tighten any of that down,
Get the
put the
headers
headers
on.
on. So let's do headers, and then we can tighten down our mounts.
Yeah, and then we know where everything's gonna live pretty much within, you know, an inch or two.
Yep.
And then if we have to make an adjustment for our radiator, which I doubt, I think we're gonna have plenty of room between electric fan, we still have a little bit to play with.
Yep.
Because the drive shaft is gonna be made to whatever we want.
Yeah, made to spec.
So once we have a car together, we can really look at that.
Okay.
All right, good enough, let's get the headers.
Done.
Continue on. So now that we have our LS3 and our T56 in the Speed Tech Pro Touring track time setup, this thing's fabulous. I mean, the way that it's constructed with the adjustments to the transmission crossmember as well as the motor mounts, you can move the whole driveline assembly anywhere you want to build your car. Now, we have a general idea where we want it to land. We're very happy with where our headers are right now. So we're gonna start at a good center point right here. We're gonna get our body onto this subframe, take a look at everything. If we need to shift the motor and trans forward or back, we have that ability with this setup. So fabulous look. We're gonna go with the core support, check our radiator depth, make sure we have plenty of room between our serpentine system, and then we're gonna go spindles and front brakes. That'll pretty much complete our first stage of the front end of the car. So we're getting pretty excited.